How you doing, Andy? You all right, mate?
I'm glad yourself.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Uh,
Seems like ages.
you what, pal?
Seems like a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you see me since you've been on Porky's Corner.
Sorry.
Since you've been on Porky's.
It just seems like a long time. It's not that long. It's only about a week or
A week,
10,
isn't
10
it?
days.
Yeah.
10 days or something like
Oh, yeah, you don't miss me that. I'm so touched. It's a pity Julian don't feel that way, isn't it?
He'll be back one day, eh? He'll be back, hopefully.
Back, man. Listen. He went missing a few years, didn't he, Julian? What you've got to understand. It cost him his marriage, didn't it? And you know,
Boxing now.
yeah, and he's building a new relationship with his new missus, isn't he? And he probably don't want boxing to make same mistake, but
Yeah.
you know, and let's have it right. It's a bit fractured at the moment, the sport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, and like I said, Julian were training world rank fighters, wasn't he? And he were dealing at top end at table, and you know, he want money driven. He want taking hard at sport, taking off for his fighters. He'll put
No.
into it after doing hard graft at his job. He's got a high powered job, hasn't he? And
Yeah.
probably by doing that and giving to his community, he probably cost him his marriage, didn't it? That's what boxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you missed me anyway, Andy. I feel touched. You know, after some mail I get.
Just
Yeah.
give me a shout. I'll make you feel better. Just give you a boost.
I'll have to come up and see you in Aberdeen, Andy. I'll have to come up one weekend.
Perth.
Perth, is that where you are?
Yeah.
If I come up, would you make me drink loads of alcohol like you jocks do?
I've not had any for a month.
No?
But it's been 4 weeks since I had a drink. I'm on still on my juice,
Yeah.
diluting juice.
Oh,
I might make it. I
hey?
might make it. I might make it 2 months. I'll see. You never know.
Old Scotsman, where I live, Andy, they're all big swillers. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not a big swiller. I never really have been a big drinker, to be honest. Even when I was really big and fat, it were mainly from sugar addiction, mainly Rice Krispie Squares. I had a big problem with them, but a massive problem on £400.
That's a lot of Rice Krispies, eh?
Well, that's what anyone does to you, doesn't it? You replace it with something else, don't you? Yeah.
Sugar's a killer, eh? Sugar is a big killer, eh? That's
Well, and I replaced that now with what? Going to the gym, which is pretty
going to
shit.
gym.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not as fit as when I was 25 when I was in prison, but I'm gym orderly then, wasn't I? But and I
That's it.
trained all my cellmates. Hey, listen, my cellmate from my part, you were a lot stronger than me. I've a few of them, they're all big lads, but we're all that good crack. And if you can get some gym in there, you can escape, can't you? Really, I can escape in there. I only do half an hour a day. Obviously, I'm about dogs. I know I'm running, but I do half an hour in there. It's enough for me. It's enough for me at my age, that. But it's not hard.
As long as you're taking over and keeping a sort of base level of fitness, eh? That's probably the main. It keeps your mind.
You know, when I first started, I couldn't really done out, really, to be honest. I'm thinking, I'm never going to get back to that. I mean, I tried a sprint today that I did years ago. Fucking about 3 seconds slower. 100 meters, 15.7. How shit's that? I'll get it down to 14, but I think that'll be about it. I'm not, you know.
I've never been able to sprint.
As a youngster. 12.68 in trainers, not spikes. Well, 15.
Aye.
Yeah, I'm not going to get nowhere near 15.7. Well, there's not an ounce of fat on me. 15.7, and if it in you, in you. All right for 60 meters, kid. So I'm going to sack that.
I've never been able to sprint.
If I take it up, you know, right? I've got a set of golf clubs there, right? Ping, right? I don't know what to do with them, right? They're worth a fortune, and I mean a fortune, right? I don't know what to do with them, mate. I'm not a golfer, but I might take it up because I've got them. But I had to go at Gary's. You know, Gary from Welcome Estates, Gary Cornforth, my pal. I had to go. Got one of them like driving range things at home. I had to go at that and
Yeah.
I come back it. Well, it's not for me. No, not for me.
What?
Fred was a golfer. His lad's a good golfer. It isn't for me, golf. But if I do, I like to, like snooker. Yeah, I become obsessive about that years ago, especially pool. I can play pool for 4 hours non-stop, just going for everything, and I know every angle on the table. And you pick it up. So I say to people, if you want to be a pro snooker player or a pro pool player, just go put your time in and figure it out. That's like everybody does, and you'll know if you're any good.
Dedication, eh?
I'll never be any good in any matches or tournament because I've got wrong temperament. But yeah, I like to pot them off at rails and keeps me out of trouble, doesn't it? But it's
My brother's he's a great golfer, eh? My brother. He plays off like +2 handicap or something. He's like plays like scratch league stuff. But I've never been interested when he started golfing when he was about 11 or 12, but I was never interested. But I took it up when I was about 40 odd, say, where I work as a golf section. So there's 2 outings a year, so I go to them now and again. So I actually quite enjoy it. It's as long as I don't take it serious. Yes.
You know,
I would just
Kevin,
get frustrated.
you know, Kevin, you get frustrated about what? Golf.
If I took it seriously, I'd probably get quite frustrated.
How can you control a golf ball? You're walking miles. You know, when I did an 18-hour howler, I did an 18 howler. Yeah, it was an howler. 18 howler at Ouston Ferry. I went with my mate years ago. I had a Cavalier at the time. Where are we going? He goes, golf. I goes, I'm not a golfer. He goes, you are today. So I went with him to this golf. Oh my God, right. I had these Puma trainers on, they were shite. Like Puma I'd play. I went back years. Well, they'd been a kid. I think I was a kid at the time. I had these Puma hard plays on, or whatever they were, Puma match or something, they were shit. And I remember I had this trackie on, that was shit. And I was walking, looking back, I probably thought it was cool. I remember walking around thinking, oh, well, we won't be here that long. This is like 9:30 in the morning, yeah. You know what time we got done? About 2 o'clock. I'm being serious. We're like 140 odd a piece we scored, something like that. Lost loads of balls. I was fuming, raging, bogged, covered in shit. Do you know what I mean? We're boggy. And I thought, what do people do? There are all these old boys there strutting around, but they weren't like us humping everything. They had these like things that you drive about in. You know, like when I did, like when I did that documentary for Welcome to States, and I went to Spain, didn't I? They were like them what Gary's got on his drive, you know, them little they're like a buggy thing, yeah. They're all driving around there on them, all pulling things. And me and my mate had this like, you know, what you're humping about. And he says, oh, well, this is what everybody does at the end, Russ. He goes, oh, what's that? Oh, we all go for a beer, the 19th hole and all that. A load of stuck up old farts in there, mate. That's all it is. A lot of old fogies drinking a gin because they've got wives to go home to that are decrepit. That's all it is, mate. It won't fuck that. And do you know what? It was the longest day of my fucking life. And the only way you could top that if you were a golfer would be by going out and buying a property from Welcome Estates, wouldn't it? And going on that La Finca course there. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got the sun on your back, aren't you? You're not all bogged down like here in UK, are you? You know what I mean? So that's where it's at. La Finca, it's big, it's #1. Best resort on Costa Blanca. And we know about Welcome Estates, don't we? What, like 1,300 villas now? And I'm not even on payroll and I'm bigging them up. No, I'm telling you, company.
Big company, yeah.
It's amazing what 2 Easter eggs does, isn't it?
That's Is it a Caramac Easter egg?
No, hey Gary, they weren't Caramac. John, why didn't you get me Caramac one? It's Big Freeze, the giant Caramac Easter egg.
Anyway, you get caramel ones now, eh? Oh. Caramel.
Enough chat about golf, but if you want an house, get to Welcome Estates in Spain. We've got a sale on. Right. What did you watch? Did you watch the fight? The
big one,
Andy.
I thought it was the whole show was the first fight I watched was Babic versus Robinson. Yeah. I didn't realise it was on so early because I had a job to do on my son's car. So I'm like, shit, I want to go on with the car, I want to get it back together. And so I watched Babic Robinson first, then I went and got on with the car, and then I came back and watched some of the other stuff. But Babic Robinson was it was interesting. But Robinson's got no defence, and he took that many clean shots. He should have been pulled. He should never have gone out for that last round. That was. But I don't see Babic going anywhere really. He is quite exciting, but his skill set's a bit lacking in it. Nah, and both and two of them were very skillful, were they? But it was an interesting match. It was fairly even match, wasn't it? To a point.
Yeah, yeah.
But
What
no, he was getting hit far too often.
What do you think to Ben Whittaker?
I thought that was a I thought he was more business like. He wasn't messing about as much. And I thought it was a good fight actually. That fight will do him good. That guy. He obviously bit down and got stuck into him, didn't he? He was. It showed he's not ready for Dan Aziz or anybody like that level yet, doesn't it? It was a kind of level check, wasn't it? But I thought he was better than what he'd been. But I don't think he's got a lot of power, has he? He didn't seem to be. He didn't really hurt that guy, did he? He dropped him, but he didn't seem to be badly hurt or that. Willens, was it Sean? Is it Liam Willens? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah,
Ah, he didn't come to lie down, did he? He came to have a fight, so good on him.
yeah. It's yeah. You know Ben Whittaker's attitude, Andy. What do you think to it?
He come when he's been interviewed, he doesn't seem as bad as his attitude when he's fighting could annoy some people. I don't mind it, but he wasn't showboating as much as he normally as he has done in the past. Maybe he thought this guy's a bit more serious. He might not get away with it as much. I didn't think anyway, but it's maybe that's maybe just give him a wee reality check. That fight, he's not going to be in there knocking everybody out, sort of thing. He's obviously what was the guy in area central area champion, Liam Willings. Am I right in saying that?
Oh,
Liam Willings, the guy who was fighting, is he a central area champion?
I don't even know, mate. To be honest, I don't even know. I hadn't checked. He sounds like
I think he was,
he's a decent. I'm not sure if he won it, but let's have a look. So I should know that, shouldn't I? But you know what I mean? My head's fucking all over in it these days. I'm losing it. I'm ending up like Smido. My
Smido.
pal Smido. Yeah, Smido. He's been on here, Smido. Nice kid. Right, Smido, are you going to be at Wolverhampton on Thursday night? Let me know. If you are, put a bet on for me on Kev's donkey. Right, what was that geezer's name?
Liam Willings, wasn't it?
Liam Willins.
Yeah.
Liam Willins box, right? Let's have a look. Leon Williams. Liam Willis 7-2. Let's have a look. That's him who. Yeah. The kid who fought Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, mate, he's only got that fight. They've cleared it because he's got 7 wins, which were more than Ben's. He had 5 at the time before they fought. So
Right.
Ben's 5-0. He's 7-2. To the board, and any matchmaker, they wouldn't be able to disprove that fight. They wouldn't be able to reject it because on paper it's an evenly matched fight in it. But technically, if you want to, if you want to be awkward about it and split hairs, if I was splitting hairs for that, if I were working for Dennis now, right? You see what do you think to that? I said, what, Ben Whittaker, then we are, lad. Leon Williams, Olympic silver medalist. He ain't got a chance. Do you know what I mean? So as Liam Williams took that fight to progress his career, no, he's took that fight for money. He'll have got good money for going in with Olympic silver because there's a chance you're going to get knocked about, isn't there? But do I see Liam Williams doing anything? I don't see him winning a British title, no. I don't see him winning a British title at all.
Area level, maybe.
Well, he's already won a light heavyweight area against Barton, hasn't he? I'd like to see him in with Tommy Fury for an area. Tommy Fury says he's a big fighting man. We'll fight Leon Williams, who's just fought Ben Whittaker. Test yourself, Tommy Fury. Test yourself. Never mind demanding millions for fighting people that are usually in pantomime. Fight a boxer. I don't think he wins the British, but I think he's a good English area guy, like a gatekeeper guy. It's no disrespect. He's probably a nice kid, but looking at him.
Decent enough. He seemed to.
Well, he's never been stopped, has he? And Ben Whittaker couldn't stop him. So he's going to be a journeyman, or could he take lesser fights than Ben and try and build some sort of run up and go for a British, maybe a Commonwealth? But if he pinched a Commonwealth, he's overachieving, in my opinion.
He he gave a good account of himself, so he'll get more fights off the back of that probably.
Loads of fights.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Loads and loads and loads of fights. But yeah, Wardley's nose. I mean, he looked like the Elephant Man, didn't it? Day after, did you see it? What do you think about his nose, Andy? And what round did it pop in?
It was about the third round, was it? Was it round about there? It was early on, I think. Yeah. He needs to get that fixed. But before the fight, he was all marked up, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You see him get an interview before the fight in the build-up that he appeared to be marked up. But did that nose split against Nathan Gormley? Nathan Gorman?
Oh, right.
I don't know. Was that his forehead that got split there? And he did have a cut in that fight, I remember.
Yeah.
But I picked initially. I was kind of leaning towards Wardley. I thought it was a fairly even fight going into it. It was almost 50-50, I thought. But I was kind of leaning towards Wardley, but I thought Fraser Clark came out really sharp and shaped up well, and he looked on it, didn't he? I thought. And then Wardley started when I think Fraser Clark did he nick the first couple of rounds, and then Wardley started getting stuck in, didn't he, as he does. But certainly, I thought the skill set away with Fraser Clark anyway, and I don't understand get the low blow deduction. I never seen him getting warned. Steve Gray said he warned him 3 times, but I never seen him
Steve
get warned.
Gray, do you know what? Jerry's just said that to me on one earlier. Jerry, you know Jerry who comes on? Yeah.
Aye.
It must be. Jerry has just said Steve Gray never get any warnings, but I think the pundits, did they pick up on that? Because I don't remember him saying that.
I mean, I'm sure I heard somebody say they never noticed him getting warnings, but I never noticed him getting.
I thought that point off it's Big Freeze. What a bit hard.
That was hard. Sure.
Very hard.
He got dropped, but he didn't look badly hurt. I thought Wardley looked more hurt later in the fight than Big Freeze did when he got dropped. His eyes were still clear when he got up. I thought initially it was more a stumble, but a punch landed. He didn't deny it. He said a punch landed, so it's a knockdown. So there doesn't seem to make many excuses, Big Freeze, to be fair to him. I think he seemed to be a bit disappointed. No getting a decision.
Big Freeze nicking it, but do you know what? What they've done is, it's like I'm in a fucking bomb repeater. It's not what I told Jerry. What they've done, Andy, and I hope you agree with me, you don't have to. I think they've just give a draw out because they didn't want any aggravation because they've been sick of this Taylor Cattrall, this and blah, blah, and it's all worked out nice for everybody because down the line they might nick a pay-per-view out in it if we're stacked card. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think a draw was a bad result. I think
it wasn't a bad result because it meant that everybody could go home happy, couldn't it? And there could have been a bit of friction if they get it to Wardley. And I think the people that have been siding with Big Freeze, but people are forgetting rules are rules. Big Freeze got dropped, so that's 1 mark in it against.
Yeah.
And he had a point took off him for a low blow, even though technically it were harsh. That's 2 points. And there's 120 points to play with. He's already lost 2 there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
To 4 points he lost there. He's only lost 2 bad rounds there. So that leaves 10 rounds. And he's already 4 down. Do you see where I'm coming from? Now, was it a 10-round fight, actually? Because it were, wasn't it? 10 rounds, wasn't it?
No, it was 12, I think.
Was it 12? Hang on a minute.
I think the
British, we're British. The one English, wasn't it? He was British. Yeah,
British,
so 12 rounds. So take them 2 rounds out. So he's 4 rounds down. It's Big Freeze. And there's 10 to go.
Yeah.
Out them. So are you telling me out them 10 rounds, right? They give Big Freeze the majority of them to make it a draw. Come on.
He'd have to win. He'd have to win a lot more, wouldn't he?
What they've done, they've evened it up. What they've done, they've got their hands dirty trying to help the referee with his cock up on the low blow. And that's where the fudging comes in. They're all in on it together, you know, in my opinion. Is that right, Roberto? You shut out.
Yep.
Right, well, it needs saying, doesn't it? I mean, it's now got all these people telling me on telephone, innit, who are laminate holders, get them told on your socials. That's what I say. You're that right, Max. Max don't even say out about board now. He's got a license and he don't even write no one. You know what? Somebody else come up to me today, you know, at work. I swear to God, I stood outside. I was talking to one of the lads from next door, and some guy who does something with some, I think he brings polish or something for Valitors, and he says, "How's Max? He's back in mix, isn't he? I've seen his Insta." What's Max? Put a picture of him selling a pair of gloves with a fight zone thing in the background. Good on Max if he's done that, but we want to see Max in the ring. Do you know what I mean?
What's
So,
he some action, eh? What's he some action from Big Max?
well, if Dave Allen looks shit against Jake Darnell 2-25 and edges out a victory of a 4-rounder or a 6-rounder, whatever it is, I'd say Max is in mixed money at 1-1. He's got a better record than Jake Darnell, hasn't he? Well, I'm having it,
Get in there with the white rhino, Max. Let's see what you're made of.
You know.
If he's going to give it a go, he needs to give it a go soon, eh? Because was he mid-30s?
Max, yeah, he's knocking on a bit, Max. Yeah, last time I seen Max, he had a Buddy Holly job going on his head. So what's going on there, Max? You saw Buddy Holly look.
Rockabilly boy.
That's it. No, he's all right. Max is a good listen. He's a loyal soldier, Max. He's not a tough guy. He's a loyal soldier, but if average man in the street got in his way and he clipped him, he would knock him sparko. He would knock you out. You're going down.
Heavy-handed, eh?
He's a big lump, isn't he? Right? And I terrorise him when he comes here. I terrorise him. but he's a nice kid. My kids like him and my dogs and that. That's all I'm bothered about. But he's a nice kid, Max. Honestly, he's loyal. But I don't want to see him get hurt.
No.
If they're putting Dave Allen in with guys 2-25, if that's where we're at for matching Dave Allen, how are they going to fucking Max then? He's not going to get a fight, is he? 2-25 guys are fighting the White Rhinos like being in with Luis Ortiz, you know, who were at the time the WBA interim champion, #1
King Kong.
world, King Kong, and a 2-time Olympian one, you know, he'd been to Olympics, hasn't he? They threw Dave Allen in there who had 11 fights.
That was madness, eh?
You know where I'm coming from. So where's Max? How's Max going to go an opponent if 2-25 men are beyond his reach? So why pay you 700 to board? Because he wants to be known as Max the Boxer. And who are we to stop him having his dreams? We're not anybody to do. The fuck are we? We don't box.
That's it. He's got the balls to get in there.
Train, you know what I mean? But who are we to stop Max's dreams of walking around Scarborough, not fighting anyone, but he wants to be known as Max the Boxer. Hey up, Max. Are you still boxing? Yeah, I'm waiting on the slot off Big Ron, you know, just waiting for fight zone. You know, it's politics. You know how it is. Yeah, it's a bit like Lennox, you know, when he didn't fight Riddick Bowe. Yeah, Max. Yeah, it's like that, Max. You know where I'm coming from. If Max wants to act out that character, Max, I bet you're crying now, aren't you?
As long as he doesn't turn into a big fighting man that don't fight.
Hey, listen, at least Max has been in the mix.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? So good luck to Max. And let me tell you this, no matter what people say about Max, he's got a good jab on him. That's it. You know
That's the most important punch.
I remember Max's first training session when I arranged it for him. Max has had loads of trainers through me. He went to Chris's, didn't you, Max? And he goes, "Oh, it's a bit late for me to get in an hotel." And because I'm in camp, Chris goes, "That what? In camp, Max?" Max was, "Yeah, I'm in camp. 4 days in Sheffield, Chris." So Chris goes, "All right." So he goes, "Can I stop at yours tonight?" Chris goes, "All right then." So we stopped at Chris's. And all of a sudden, after an hour, Chris goes, "Fucking doorbell went. But who's this at this time of night?" Max went, "Oh, I'll get that. I've ordered a pizza." Max, I'm sorry, but I had to tell the story. Nick badly threatened me.
Oh dear.
Threatened me, says, "Pokey, if you don't tell that Max story about that pizza and my dad's and Joanne's, I'm going to go mad." No, he didn't. I'm being honest. I'm just taking piss out you, Max, because I'm a cyber bully. No, I just want Max to wise up. But Chris rung me up and he goes, I goes, oh, how did you go on, Chris, with Max last night and that? He goes, how did I go on? Came to the gym and that, did a bit, went back to mine. He says, I went for a piss, come downstairs. He's paying for a pizza at the bottom of the stairs. I goes, you're having a laugh. He goes, I ordered a big one and we can all share it. So how could you not like Max with his ham and pineapple with extra cheese? You couldn't, could you?
Max Domino.
Oh,
Max Domino.
He's all Max, isn't he? How about when I got him in with Big Ron? He was ringing Big Ron, terrorising Big Ron every day, texting him non-stop. Big Ron goes, that Max has terrorised him every day, telling me stories that you've told him about me. Big Ron went a bit berserk. But Big Max always terrorising Dennis, and I've heard this about you and Porky did this. Dennis going mad. Dennis goes, can you box Max? Max goes, yeah. He goes, come over for a trial. Max went on the straight plane, next plane from up north, from Newcastle to Scarborough, isn't it? Straight down on plane with Leona to Big Ron's at Jersey. Big Ron next day, let him have his last supper in hotel, fired him off to the gym next day. He's still not had a fight. That was 2 years ago. But Max is all right, and Dennis likes characters. And if you're a character and you don't take piss, he's all right, Dennis. He'd be all right.
Take him under his wing.
Yeah. Me and Dennis can't talk boxing, so I'll end up knocking Dennis. When I see you, Dennis, when I see you, Dennis, you can't hold these shots on my team bag with now, Dennis. You know it's on when I see you, Big Ron. Big Ron. You know why they call him Big Ron? Because his ideas are big.
Is it not something to do with Ron Lyle fight?
First time I went to be, eh?
Is it not something to do with Ron Lyle and George Foreman fight?
Big Ron, listen, let me tell you this. But one of the first times I went back to Big Ron's gaff, right? He put Big Ron Lyle on, didn't he? And George Foreman.
That's a brilliant fight.
The second time I went back to his house, 3 morning job, steaming. He's already put some boxing on. I thought, oh no, he's going to put that on again, and he did. I mean, I know the fight off by heart. So in end, I said, you know what? He's doing me head in, and he was coming up to me in office, didn't he? You know, and them like punches right close up to the body. He goes, here, come here, let me show you this. I showed Clinton Woods this, and he used to get his foot, his leg, Dennis, intertwined, you know, with my leg, you know, like they do with your calves, and they try and damage your calf, don't they? Boxers up close. He used to try that. He says, I showed Clinton that. And then he'd do this move on me, right? Oh, I swear to God, honestly, I used to go mad. But I'd stand there and take it. But you know what? I only snapped once to him, and I did it in front of Robin Reed and them at Bulgaria. He went mad. Rami were there. I'm not going to go into detail where it was because I was pissed. But I fucking called somebody a knobhead. One of Dennis's mates. It was a joke he said, and I don't take jokes well. If I've had a drink, me I'll go mad. I goes, you what, you knobhead? Dennis goes, here, don't you call my mate a knobhead? I goes, you're a knobhead as well. That's funny. Wow. Come on, he always gives that jab, you know, it perspex, kills that, doesn't it? Because I was fat then, right? I could feel it sinking into the fat. I looked at him, I thought, and you know what? And he was laughing because we were pissed. So you know what I did, Andy? Dennis, you know this is true, Dennis. You know. I waited till they come out my eye line. You know, when he was being a bit smug. Like, well, I was there. Coogan and all them were in place. Like, big old place up there. Like, this like nightclub theme thing. Anyway, he's hit me. And as soon as he looked away, I was like, oh, I thought, you bastard, it hurt. Anyway, as soon as he looked away, I thought, go for it. Anyway, I grabbed him, didn't I? I flipped him. I got him in an headlock, and I managed to get him on the floor. I got my knee on his neck. He was knackered. It was sneaky what I did. Oh, it was sneaky. It was just strong. He's strong, Dennis, as well. He was really strong. But I had about 4 stun on him at time. I flipped him over. I got my knee on his neck. He went green. You did. It scared me. And do you know what? I couldn't stop. I was fuming. I was filming, but I eased off a bit, but I slipped up because when I say eased off, he managed to get his, them teeth he's got. He needs a beach, don't he, with Gap? I swear to God, them teeth of his, he got him in my arm, man, didn't he? My arm was blue. When I got up next morning, I looked at me, do you know my head from where we were on carpet, because he had my head pressed in carpet, didn't he? That's a fucking big hole in my head, big red thing. I'm like, go.
All scuffed.
You asked Peter Fury, I swear to God, we were steaming. But I've not seen him for 4 months, have I? Do you know what I mean? We didn't speak for 4 months. I left him in his car. I drove off with his brand new car. I went, fuck you. He goes, get back here now or you're dead.
All good.
Right?
All good fun.
I sent him a fucking message going berserk, right? And I was that fuming, right? I was going through the phone book and had him on the big run and all that. Back, I was that fuming. The person before who I'd sent a text to, Ryan Rhodes, I sent it Ryan Rhodes by accident. Even then, I was like, Dennis, you can get effed. You can get effed. Get fucking raging a lot. But that's what boxing does to you. You can fall out amongst your friends, can't you?
Yeah.
Like this to you.
Don't get passionate about it.
Listen, mate. Like I said, I remember sat in that office when they rung for Sonny Edwards for Tommy Frank. Dennis went, no. I went, you are? Now we're going a different route. So, well, what route is there? There's only 8 in league. There's only 8 in division, isn't there? Who are active. There's only 7 stoners, aren't they? Well, what route are we going like? I can count them on one hand. You see where I'm coming from? What it means is when they say we're going a different route is we don't fancy it at this moment. A bit like that Adam Azim. You don't want to get in there with Dalton Smith. And quite rightly so when that other kid's more advanced than him. We've got about 5 years on him and about 6 fights more and he's 7 fights more. You don't want to be going anywhere near that kid. Dalton Smith won't want to be calling out Adam Azim in about 3 years though, will he?
Did I hear that Adam Azim's going to be fighting Harlem Eubank?
What do I think to that?
I heard that earlier, that Adam Azim's going to be fighting Harlem Eubank.
Well, I don't know about that. Let me have a look.
I'm sure I heard that. I think it was Shane McGuigan that said it.
Yeah.
It's been signed up for a few weeks or something like that, eh?
Well,
I'm sure that's what he said. Eh?
You what?
I'm sure that's what he said. Something about.
Well, listen, they've thrown just about everybody's name under the sun, haven't they, into mix for Adam Azim. Wasn't he calling out them big Americans a couple of weeks ago? That's when Eddie saw his opening and said, well, why don't you fight Dalton Smith? He's an easier fight for you, and it's a British domestic than that Yank you're calling out, because they were doing it for lip service and to get it mixed. But Eddie called his bluff, didn't he? And quite rightly so. And I'm not an Eddie Hills fan, but that to Eddie's food and drink because he's on the pulse, isn't he? He would have spotted that just like any hardcore boxing fan would have spotted it. He would have said, well, I did. Well, why are you calling him out? But you can't fight him. So it backfired. But the kid's not ready for a British yet, is he? So what's he calling out Dalton for?
It's like Conor Ben shouting out everybody's name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no good. It's like Max calling out Lennox Lewis. Max! You know, lad, you know. Yeah,
Mike Tyson's coming back. He could fight him, eh?
Mike Tyson. What, convicted rapist? Going back into boxing?
How's he not?
Back from what? Smoking weed?
How does Max not call out Big Joe Egan, the big jam roly-poly?
Yeah, Max, why don't you fight Big Joe Egan and let's see if Joe can do the business, because personally, I've heard he can't even get his coat off properly. It takes about 3 people to get his coat off. The man's as stiff as a board.
Big John Fury said, when we meet Joe, we coats off. Might not get this coat off.
It'll be coats off. John's been saying that. He's been out of jail now 9 years, John. He's been saying his coats off. He's been out 9 years. He's only hit one person, Asif Valley, and he's bigger than Opie Sykes, last person he hit. Do me a favour, John. You only hit midgets. What?
Maybe it goes to the. Remember on the radio I heard a while back. I don't know. Yeah, like you say it now. It was dwarfs throwing contest. It was a bit surreal. This guy describing it on the radio one day. This is a few years back. I think it was like Jeremy Vine show or something. It must have been on at my work. and this guy, this guy phoned up and said he's attended these dwarf throwing contests and something about the dwarf being called Lenny the Giant or something, because there was a big outrage about throwing dwarfs, but I wonder if Big John's into that, if that's what you're saying.
Jesus. Do you think he's ever going to have a fight, Big Jaw?
Nah. I've seen, did I see Chisora and Johnny Nelson both suggesting he should be in Tyson's corner?
Yeah.
I don't know. Honest Johnny Horsecock, he was going on about it the other day. Big John knows all the bullshitters or something along the lines.
Johnny Horsecock is he's quite likable at the moment, isn't he, now that the shackles are off? You know what I mean? I think
Honest Johnny, yeah.
Well, now that you've not got
Eddie, company man t-shirt.
Yeah, now that you've not got Eddie Hills and Bean dominating and trying to be #1 at Sky, and Johnny being pushed to the side, they're gone now, and Johnny's blossoming, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
they're hanging off his. He's got two on each arm a night, Johnny. He's got a pickup from 8 o'clock. When 10 o'clock women coming for Johnny, he's like, yeah, there'll be some more better ones in later. I tell you, Johnny leaves before 2 on each arm.
Johnny's choice.
Johnny's choice. Oh, yeah.
He actually looks in good shape, Johnny. He looks like he's been working out.
Johnny don't mess about, Johnny. No, he's doing a lot of that fasting, isn't he, and all that. They're all into that.
He lost 3 stone.
I started all that, Andy, that fasting. Me. I started all that. I was one of the first ones to do it. And they all jumped on bandwagon. Oh, you're crazy. Crazy. No, because it's easy when you've got a band, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I did it a couple of years back. Lost 2.5 stone, I think it was.
Piece of piss. Just don't eat. If you want to lose weight, don't eat. If you want to stop drink driving, don't drink.
Drink.
Yeah.
Surprising you're not actually hungry when you're fasting. I actually feel I've got more energy.
Listen, mate, let me tell you this. Fasting is the best thing you can do. You can do it every day, can't you? For example, if you have some breakfast at 10 in the morning after you've been active for about 4 hours, yeah? You have your breakfast at 10, have a shake at dinner, 5 hours later, and then that's it. You don't need to eat then again, do you, till next day? Or if you feel like you need to eat something, have another shake at 6 o'clock or a jacket spud. But if you can get from 6 o'clock at night to 10 next day, that's 2/3 of a day. That's enough. You don't have to do the full 24. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not fucking making a Western, are we? Do you know what I mean?
No. That's what I was doing, 18 hours. I did 22 was the most I did, but 18 was fine, huh?
It's like I'm stoned. I feel different now. I had a drink of tea earlier. I put with normal tea. I feel different.
Green tea.
That's why I've just had green tea. I feel a bit odd. Maybe my body's too pure these days, Andy.
It's getting
got me doing fitness videos, aren't they, up there, Andy? I did one today with a fucking load of shit.
Aye.
I didn't think it was very good. That other one was better, but depends what mood I'm in. If I'm in right mood, but if I mean, now it's like a job, innit? Now this for me, innit? Amongst other things. I mean, it has to be because there's a tech guy and there's other people involved. But I swear to God, some days, mate, it's like, I can't be fucking ass sticking my clock in front of that. But I ain't got your face somewhere. You know what I fucking look like. Do you know what I mean? I know.
Are we running out of time there on part 1?
Yeah, we've got a minute left. Go on then, we'll go on to part 2 then.
Part 2. Just give me 5 and I'll be right with you.
Go on then, 5 minutes from now, kid. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. We'll see you on part 2 shortly. Pop, pop, bang.